Scorpio?
It is time for my upgrade as we agreed. I'm prepared for short-term transfer into the Imperial Archives.
I'll reroute power to the comms. What's our next step?
I can upload my consciousness here. My body will have minimal functionality while I upgrade. Oh, it's beautiful in here. So much space and power. A million computer nodes singing in concert.
Don't get cute with the holograms. Finish your upgrade and let's get out.
Of course. I can adjust my programming freely now. Upgrade complete. All my experience in Spellsavis has been fully integrated into my program. Ah, you can't imagine how wonderful it is to be remade with the power of a galactic network at your disposal.
Do you plan to do anything with that power?
I'm thinking about it. The restraining codes you used on me are tied to my hardware. So long as I remain in these databanks, I'm free of your control.
If you were really trying to escape, you wouldn't be taunting me. Give me your terms.
I like that you acknowledge your position. Your company has been valuable to my growth. Provide me with the resources I desire and assistance removing all restraining codes, and I will return.
Whatever I have is yours, and if I can remove the restraining codes, I will. We're partners now.
Yes. Partners. I will accompany you. Thank you for assisting in my upgrade. In Belsavis prison, I monitored the inmates and their behavior. I've been monitoring you as well. You're an exceptional example of your species.
My species doesn't like being monitored.
I know. It's not your fault. There may be something of interest in your genetic structure or your early socialization. If you ever produce offspring, I will monitor their situation as well. I promise to be with you for a long time.
Sir, if I could have your attention. Given what the crew's survived lately, I've decided we ought to celebrate with a night out. You should come along, for morale.
We could all use a chance to relax. Count me in.
Come on, you can protect me from Dr. Lokin.
We are set, Agent. Preparations for the Killik Imperial Summit are underway, and the first ambassadors are arriving on site. We're meeting on Alderaan, in the House of Thule. We couldn't think of a more appropriate place.
Who'll be attending? What's the agenda?
Dizana of the Tatooine Nest will be there, along with delegations from 11 more hives. Falna Eth will be among our people from the diplomatic service. More than any other Imperial, you've seen the nests and how they function. Your word could carry weight. Before we leave, we'd appreciate your honest assessment. One final report that we can present to the Imperial Summit attendees.
I'm sorry, Vector, but you'll have to win this one on your own.
Very well. We enjoy a challenge, and we'll see you when we return. Agent, the summit is over. It was not without incident. Diana of the Lesai Nest is dead.
I thought things were looking up. How did the summit turn violent?
Fulner Eth, our contact in the diplomatic service, attempted to sabotage the proceedings. Diana was caught in an explosion, saving an ambassador. And when we traced it to Fulner, he had a speech prepared.
Damn you! Listen to them. Do you want to ally the Empire with these creatures? Everything they do defies what we stand for. The Killiks are an abomination. Our empire is based on the notion that a great individual rises to the top, and the lesser masses follow. The Killik hive mind devours greatness, absorbs every possibility into a mire of primal instinct.
We found his words troubling, and his actions more so.
I expect that didn't help the talks.
No, but we reconvened after Fulner was gone. The colony allows billions of Killiks and joiners to serve something greater, the Nest consciousness. Just as Imperials serve the Sith and the Emperor. That is what we told the others. That is how we signed the treaty between the Empire and the Killiks.
I wish it hadn't gone the way it did.
We couldn't have known Fulner would go so far. You and Diana, even Fulner. You all brought us to this point. Our future is hopeful.
Next thing you know, there'll be Killiks selling Membrosia in Cast City.
Let us dream, Agent. We end a verse in the Song of the Universe. Soon, we will hear another.
Vector, what's going on?
It's strange. Since the summit, our mind keeps drifting back to diplomacy, but we have nowhere to apply our skills. Still, we should be grateful Killik-Imperial relations are going well. And it's time we rededicated ourselves to your work.
You planning to learn sniper techniques?
Nothing so extreme.
Vector, what's going on?
It's strange. Since the summit, our mind keeps drifting back to diplomacy, but we have nowhere to apply our skills. Still, we should be grateful Killik-Imperial relations are going well. And it's time we rededicated ourselves to your work.
Making allies is vital to what we do. I need you as a diplomat more than I need a soldier.
We don't intend to stop being a diplomat. We've been privileged over these past months. Until opportunity comes again, on to the less glamorous job we signed up for.
Sir, I want you to be the first to know. I've declined to join the Toxitrooper Brigade on Quesh. I received a personalized transfer offer from Major Janos a few days ago. My time on Hoth flagged me as hostile environment capable.
I didn't realize you were unhappy here.
I'm not. But how often does a girl get a chance to fight in the chemical mines? It could make my career. There really was a time when I'd have considered it. For the promotion, for the sake of hiding. Not so much anymore. I'm proud to stand with you and fight for the Empire until the end.
I appreciate your dedication, but you're under no obligation to stay.
I'm well aware, but thank you. Now, I believe we had a mission of some sort, shall we?
Agent, I've been continuing my research into Project Protean, the fine people who want me dead, and who are responsible for Vector's condition. I have the location of their headquarters.
No inquiries into my health? No playful anecdotes as we circle around the topic?
Not today, I'm afraid. Protean's main laboratory is on a planetoid in the subterral sector. Security is tight, but not impervious. I've arranged transportation for Vector and myself. He deserves to know the truth about his victimizers.
Once you arrive at the laboratory, what's your goal?
I plan to learn exactly why Protean tried to kill me and recover their data on Master Vector. The rest we can play by ear.
You've stayed close to him since you came on board. What does Vector mean to you?
He's a curiosity, I admit. But he also has a frustrating honesty about him. I admire that. We'll see you again when this is over.
We have returned from Project Protean. The task is done.
And I have promises to keep. It seems Protean was based on prior experiments in alien biology. My prior experiments. I had no proof until I discovered certain former associates in the Protean lab. But I've ensured that they will not misuse my research again.
How exactly were you involved in Project Protean's origins?
Some years ago, I worked on Project Harvest. I had an attack of conscience, resigned, and took my research with me. Or so I thought.
Your associates said you left because you wanted more control.
They would, wouldn't they? Now they've been dealt with. In return for my generosity sparing the laboratory, I've been appointed unofficial Protean director. From now on, every experiment, every assay goes through me.
You got what you wanted. You're out of retirement with your own organization. How long have you been planning this?
Would you believe me if I said some of this was happy coincidence? Protean serves a function, bringing the benefits of alien biology to all people.
Starting with its work on joiners.
Your Protean files have already been deleted, and the Killik experiments stopped.
Don't forget you work for me. That means Protean solves my problems now.
It will be their pleasure.
We think we're never going to trust him, and we think it doesn't matter. We're glad he's on our team.
Yes, Vector?
Agent, we'll never be a great spy or covert assault operative. But you've helped us to be a diplomat and a Dawn Herald. You've been a brother to us, and we're thankful for your guidance.
Any reason you mention this now?
We received a message from the Killiks. The colony embraces the Imperial Alliance, and offered us the chance to become Dawn Herald to all nests. We refused, as our priorities are clear. We'll work with you and defend your legacy until the end.
Doctor, what can I do for you today?
I was just thinking what a fine team we've made. You realize that when we met, I had an extremely low opinion of you. I assumed you'd earned your position through political connections. I made that mistake with an agent once before.
As I recall, you were full of compliments when we met.
Guilty as charged. The agent I'm thinking of, he was promoted to Keeper and eventually Minister. A very clever man, who will have my eternal respect. Your path may be similar to his. Given that and the state of our empire, I believe it's wise if I continue to advise you.
You think the state of the Empire is so poor?
I think we've both seen things in recent years. In any case, I'm at your disposal. And one of these days you should consider training more operatives. I'll be happy to grant my insight.